good afternoon and welcome to radiotimes.com's daily live chat all about Love Island. We're going to have a bit of a recap about what happened last night, what's going to happen tonight and what could happen maybe later in the week or the future. But oh my goodness me, such an exciting, explosive episode last night. Extra long. Nothing to do with Wes, the extra long bit, but we had an hour and 20 minutes of Love Island action, which saw pretty much all of the couples implode. It was absolutely fantastic. TV gold, I think we can all agree. I'm Frances Taylor.
I'm Sarah Doran.
And first of all today, we have got to talk about the fact that things are hotting up tonight between Wes and Megan. And when we say hotting up, we really mean hotting up.
Frances, it's almost as hot as my temper watching the sneak peek clip of tonight's episode. I mean, okay, spoiler alert, I don't think it's necessary. This is spoilers.
Alert.
This is what we're here for. Tonight, Wes is jumping into bed with Megan. Like literally, it must be like 20 minutes, an hour after
Max, tops.
Like Laura rightfully told him where to go. And like he's rubbing it right enough. The poor girl is still crying on the terrace.
It's a really crazy clip, this, that has been on the Love Island app, and I think it's on YouTube as well. We see Laura sort of scuttling off to the terrace, poor Laura, and she's confiding in Samira and Danny, and she's saying she feels really embarrassed about what's happened, and she just can't see how this has all just gone so wrong with Wes so quickly. And then we cut to Wes and Megan at the fire pit, and Wes turns to Megan and says something along the lines of, I'm really happy to just crack on with you. I've talked to Laura. Let's pretend it's day one now. We've just got in the villa. We're a couple. I mean, where did that come from? It's 2 days ago. We hadn't really seen them exchange two words. Now they're in bed getting off with each other.
Oh, well, excuse me that I missed this, Wes. You know, that entire storyline you must have had that just never got aired. I mean, come on. If I was angry about Adam with Rosie the other week, I mean, I feel nearly twice as angry right now. I mean,
as Hayley would say, I'm fuming. I'm absolutely fuming. I am genuinely, because the way that Megan, you know, her reaction to what happened last night, we've all been talking about it today, but blimey, she was really smirking when she could see everything was obviously going wrong between Wes and Laura. And then when Laura called her that 4-letter word, which we won't repeat, all Megan could say was, well, you know, what was it? She slept with more people than I have. Oh, it was awful. I think we really did see Megan's true colours.
Completely. And like for the last few days, and even before that, when Rosie was having her kind of little crisis about the fact that she'd done bits, hate that phrase, with Adam in bed, Megan was the one that's saying, oh, women are so unfairly judged by, you know, who they choose to have sex with or how many men they've slept with. Oh, sorry, was that you just judging Laura by the standard that you claim to hate, Megan? Very hypocritical. I agree, Frances. I don't think it's right to use those kind of 4-letter words to describe other women in particular, because I think men often use them as terms to kind of attack women with.
Absolutely.
So, you know, sisterhood needs to kind of come into play here. But I think we saw, you know, the realities of some sides of the sisterhood and how it breaks down and how it can fail on screen last night. And personally, I don't agree with it, but I don't entirely blame Laura for blowing her lid like that.
No, I don't either. And I think the fact that this seems to have come so out of the blue, and we had, again, poor Laura, but during that, was it Snog, Marry, Pie challenge, which got, again, so explosive, didn't see half of that coming. I think, again, Ian Sterling, narrator, was like, what's going on? Who's kissing who? It all just completely descended into chaos. But Wes deliberately chose to snog Megan, and Megan chose to snog Wes, all in front of Laura's face, and it was so unnecessary. You know, I think we wanted to take a leaf out of Danny and Jack's book there, where they obviously kissed each other and then just sort of said, oh, I'll marry you because you make a good tea. I mean, that was how to play that game. Yeah. Definitely. It wasn't to actually take it literally and snog whoever you wanted to snog. But obviously, it made great telly. Yeah. Brilliant telly. But yes, so tonight's episode, we do see Wes and Megan in bed, and then a bit of a fallout as well from that, with Laura actually confronting Megan about everything that's happened, and I think we can all agree we can't wait to see that. Goodness only knows how that conversation is going to go, but very, very exciting.
And I think there'll also be a little bit of fallout in the villa as well, because I think a lot of people actually do have a bit of sympathy for Laura.
Yeah.
And will Wes still be, you know, up there in everyone's estimations the morning after? Ooh, who knows?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the other islanders react and where their loyalties lie as well. Again, a lot will come out from that, I think. But also, we've got to talk about this whole Casa Amor rumour. Is Casa Amor going to be opening its doors again this year? This is the big question. Now, there's loads of rumours saying that all the boys are going to be shipped out of the villa off like they were last year and presented with all sorts of girls or maybe ex-girlfriends, and to really test these relationships and see what's going to happen. Now, we don't know anything for sure right at the moment, but will we want to see Casa Amor back? What do you think, Sarah?
I would want to see anything back that could recreate a moment like the one when Marcel realised he just snogged somebody who wasn't Gabby. It was that... I'm not even going to try and do the GIF or the meme justice.
We'll know it.
Fantastic. I mean, it spices things up a bit, doesn't it? I remember, was it Kim and China as well? And Amber
on
was...
that daybed.
Yeah, Amber was fuming, as Georgia would say as well. I think it just brings a bit of life, it brings a bit of spice, and I wonder if maybe, you know, we talk about sometimes the heavy hand of the producer in reality TV, and part of me is kind of wondering, is that where this Wes and Megan thing has come from? But in this one instance, I don't think I'd mind the heavy hand of the producer, like chucking them all into different houses to mess things up.
It does make great telly, and last year, especially with Casa Amor, what I absolutely loved, and I still talk about almost on a daily basis, was the postcard that the producers put in. It was so genius. If they can recreate something like that again this year, I think they'll be onto a winner. But again, a lot of the rumours at the moment are circulating around the fact that we could see some ex-girlfriends, maybe even some ex-boyfriends of the Islanders going in. How do we feel about that?
I'm not too keen on that, to be perfectly honest. I mean, we've got X on the beach if you want that kind of thing, haven't we?
Yeah.
We don't need X on the island as well.
They have done this before, I think, in sort of early series. Some of the Islanders' ex-partners came in. But I agree. I think you really love, what is so great about Love Island is that naturalness of watching people who've never met, get together, seeing it all fall apart, perhaps. And I agree that actually getting their real lives on the outside, as it were, involved, it doesn't really feel that strong to me. I'm not a fan.
And it almost interrupts the dynamic if there's people that know each other on the outside. To a little, like, say to a small extent, Adam and Ellie know each other kind of from the circuit in Newcastle, and Samira and Charlie had that kind of failed Tinder kind of, you know, swooping into each other, sliding into each other's DMs kind of date. And when you give that kind of pretext, I think you find people putting up walls and acting in a different way, because it's like, oh wait, you know what I'm really like. You know how I behave normally. And I think it makes people change a little, and it almost builds an alliance that you kind of don't want them to have. It's like, it should be each of you for your own. You should be developing just the relationships you have in the villa. And personally, I just don't think it's my thing.
Yeah, and it's interesting, actually. I wonder how much the producers actually know about, for example, did Samira and Charlie know each other before? Did the producers know that? Did they deliberately, you know, pick him to go in because they had that connection? I mean, it seems almost too much of a coincidence that this chance meeting on an online dating app ages ago. I mean, what are the odds of that, honestly, about two... Anyway, I'm just getting very conspiratorial about all of this, because...
Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you? Yeah, there's a lot to dive into in Love Island. But obviously, again, another big thing that we've got to talk about is tonight we're going to have a shock dumping. A shock dumping. Caroline Flack, the Flack attack, is coming into the villa, and we don't really know, again, exactly what form this is going to take. But what we do know is that last night, at the end of the show, we had it flash up saying, vote for your favourite couples. Didn't have very long to vote, but anyway, vote for your favourite couples, and the ones with the least votes are going to be at risk of being dumped. Now, we don't know whether that's going to mean one of the couples is going to go, or maybe one of the boys from one couple, or one of the girls. What do we think is going to happen?
I think they could really mix this up, because I remember from so many years where you often had, you know, one Islander would be put up, or like kind of one Islander from each couple might be put up, or it could be that all the boys in the bottom couples are up and the girls in the villa have to choose them, or something like that. I don't know. I always think that really works quite well. I'm really intrigued to see how they'll do it, because I think by voting for your favourite couple, it really does feel like you would go straight to that, you know, same old, but we've had that. We've had that with Hayley and Charlie, and I think they're going to want to mix it up a little bit more than that personally, but who knows?
Who knows? But if we could choose someone to dump, or maybe two people to dump, from the villa, who would you want to see leave?
I personally do not have a lot of love for this boy. This boy has annoyed me since day one. It's like I'm about to recouple up with this boy.
I know.
I
think you need to stand up.
I would like to consciously decouple from this boy in the island, and I don't think he and his partner are particularly enjoyable on screen together, so I'm going to go for Adam. I think Adam and Zara are quite annoying, to be perfectly honest. I'm sure they're lovely people. I'm sure that they have lots of friends in the outside world, and, you know, fair play. You know, everybody deserves friends. But for me, they're just not enjoyable. They exist solely to give bad relationship advice to everybody in there. They told Wes to crack on with Megan. They told Alex to just be over the top with Ellie.
They are the real baddies in the corner.
I just feel like they are.
Yeah, Adam in particular is proper devil on the shoulder, and almost to make himself look better, I think, because the stuff that he's done in there is so bad that he's going to Wes, oh, go on, Wes, why don't you just crack on with Meg? Because he knows that if he does that, he actually won't look so bad at everything that he's done. So I think Adam, not a very popular choice, because again, when the snog, marry, pie thingy, he got quite a few pies to the face.
Yeah.
Not a popular one.
No.
I mean, after last night, I sort of want to get Megan out of there because I'm not a fan of her at all. I think her and Ellie actually have quite sort of nasty almost sides to them that have come out a little bit in games, and I don't know, I don't trust them. I don't trust them. But saying that, I do really want Megan to stay in Love Island, because the fireworks are just absolutely incredible. We haven't had so much drama in the last sort of 2 or 3 weeks than we have had last night and what looks like to be tonight, everything with her and Wes. So I don't really want to break them up, even though I do have a lot of sympathy for Laura and her tears.
I think a lot of people on Twitter were saying last night they would think it would be hilarious to send Megan out now and have Wes just kind of flail around, not knowing what to do. It's like, oh, Laura, I've drawn a line in the sand. Oh, no, wait, the disappearance of the girl has done that for me, just like it did last time when Ellie told you to rule her out.
And that's actually what's going to be really interesting tonight, if we have a few couples broken up and we're going to have a few loose islanders walking around with no couple. I mean, that could cause massive drama in that they could go in for another sort of quite stable couple. Maybe someone will go after Danny or even Jack. It'll be really interesting to see how that all unfolds.
Well, I mean, we've seen anything goes, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, could we end up in a situation where, just like in episode 1, we've got Alex and Laura in a couple together again?
That could so happen, definitely. And then someone else will come in and Laura will just get rid of Alex.
Yeah.
And 2 seconds later, we forget
Alex.
they were a couple for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, probably less than 5 minutes. Anyway, that's basically everything we've got to talk about for today. But don't forget, we've got loads more on radiotimes.com, where you can see all the latest Love Island gossip. We'll see you tomorrow.